on cello concerto third movement, the beginning of this movement is often quite a difficult thing to practice and to know how to practice. It feels really crazy. It feels like it's all over the place. So there's a question here about whether to use the entire arm to make the string crossings, or to keep the arm in one position, upper arm in one position, and then just use the forearm and the wrist to make the string crossings. So I don't think there is a single formula that will work for everybody here, but I can show you how I would work through this, and this will be really an authentic practice process because I haven't practiced this in a very long time. So I'm starting from maybe not 0, but definitely not 100%. So I'm going to take this, first of all, I do like to have the feeling of letting my arm sink when I do have big string crossings, like from A to C. So, and that's the case here. So, I would start with an exercise like that, where a little donkey exercise. So we've got an up bow on the A string, with the shoulder as low as it comfortably can be, and then fall to the C string. And I'm not going to use my wrist for now, just upper arm. Okay, and you'll notice you're hearing the middle strings. I'm doing that on purpose, so that I'm not controlling the quality right from the beginning. I'm trying to focus on feeling, and then I will slowly, step by step, go for quality. So, and then I look at how fast this is going to be. Fast! And I know that this is like an upbeat. So now I'm starting to think about quality already, because I want the E to lead to the A. And this is not purely technical. I want this musically to lead to the A. Alright, so now I'm going to start with a little bit of a lift. Just lift, tiny bit, let the arm fall. So I try to keep, and this is doing a fast forward. I would recommend that when you're practicing this, stay for a long time on each of these steps. Okay, so a little bit coming up into the air and then falling into the air and then fall. And the most important part of this for me is the sensation of letting the arm fall, because I want my arm to learn how to be completely relaxed during this passage. So, and now I discover that lifting the bow just a little bit with my fingers is also going to help me do that quickly and more accurately. Then I experiment with different parts of the bow, definitely harder in the middle and easier towards the frog. Okay, so then I'm going to put this into context. And stay with that for a while. Okay, and this is how I would proceed. So this is what works for me right now. That the arm is dropping. Then let's see, as it gets faster. Yeah, it still works to let my arm drop. And you will have to do this experiment for yourself and see, does it still work for you to let your arm drop? Now, if it doesn't, then it could have different causes. One cause could be that your arm is a different length than mine and you sit differently. Maybe you sit higher, maybe you sit lower. There can be all different kinds of proportional differences. Another reason could be that maybe you didn't stay long enough on this exercise. Now, I think in my world, I want to emphasize the A a little bit too. So I don't want it to just go just straight through, because I think first of all there's a chord in the orchestra with the low A, and it is a bass note, and it's written in such a crazy way that I want that bass note to stick out a little bit so that you have the contrast between and so you feel the huge distance that you are moving through there. Okay, so you see how all the technical aspects are connected to what you want musically. And then there was a question about this. So if your hand is not big enough to reach that, then I would recommend doing a little shift here. Not changing the angle of the hand and also not trying to stretch here, but just taking your whole hand with you. So that afterwards the fingers can be stable and know where they are. And there's one more thing I noticed in your video in particular. This is one before R, which is, I can give you the bar number, it is 548. That's right. Okay, so question about how to do this fingering. So I can't remember your exact fingering. I really take advantage of the harmonic here because I think in this case harmonics are our friend because it's just, I don't know. I don't think this is reliable for me to use the thumb here. Maybe if I practiced it, it would be. But still, this position here is not comfortable. And then to find 3, 2, and then thumb, I find equally problematic because this is going to be fast. So I find that for my hand, it's easy enough for the 4th finger to find the B, and then harmonic on the D. And then do a little bit of a seesaw from the E to the high B. So that's my solution.